Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Baldur's Gate 3 and Honor Mode with Mo and friends, where we are continuing to root around in Roland's cellar. We've got various things to do in here, so let's go and start work on those. There's probably another hidden room somewhere. Doesn't seem to be on this side, that's fine. But there's some jewels. We will snatch those. Might be a hidden room on this side. There we go. Caution before the Seelie. That gives us a spell, yes? It does. Wonderful. And there's a gilded chest which may contain goods. Ooh, Elixir of Cloud Giant Strength. We'll need that. Because I am thinking, sooner rather than later, we do go and deal with Cazador. I don't want Astarion in the team for much longer. I want Will back. And now we have the room with its various traps and whatnot. We'll just turn those off. Elminster. Silverhand. Carsus. So Silverhand first. This room also has a lever, so I guess we'll just march over and click it. Now what have we got? We've got Illusion, Abjuration, Evocation, and Transmutation. So I've remembered now that we need SEW and SAS. So SEW and SAS. But we can also smash open this illusion door and help ourselves to treasure. The Hellfire Great Axe. When you deal damage with it, you gain 2 turns of heat. Heat increases your fire damage, yeah. Well, you take fire damage each turn, in fact. But you can use heat convergence. And it's not going to give us a tooltip for that. Either way, we're going to take this cool looking axe. So SEW. We can go for the evocation door. And now we'd need a W door. Wish. Yep, that's the one we want. Ah, traps thing. Yep. Oh, I've hit a trap. Okay. But there we go, we've pulled the lever. Maybe that's turned the traps off? Would rather not find out. So there's our Carsus lever. And now we can go back and join the rest of the crew. So it doesn't really matter which side we go to first.
Sorcerer's Sundries likes to keep its secrets well hidden.
Very true, but we've cracked them open. And we got the Elminster Vault. With an invisible chest that we've revealed with the Pyro Quickness hat. And in this display case, I guess we could just bash it. That's how we get into things. And we got the Codex, so that will allow us to unlock the Ancient Tome. We've been given a curse. Constitution is reduced by 5. We don't really want that. I guess we'll deal with that down the line, but first we can open the Necromancy of Thay.
The book radiates power, but the words you read in the Codex echo in your mind, guiding your eyes safely across the page. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it.
Let's try and save on this throw. We got a bonus because we got Hero's Feast thanks to our campcasters. But 15 is still not enough.
As you pass the strange glyphs, you can feel the book resisting. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind. Assailed from all sides, you careen through the text, absorbing knowledge you can barely comprehend. And yet, for all the violence, you start to see. You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will. By your power. But as you close the book, a nagging doubt whispers in your mind. What consequences will there be for calling the dead from their rest?
It'll be fine. Gale's happy that we did that. We did get another curse. But that's okay. We can deal with those curses. Now to the Karsus Vault. More chests. More elixirs. Great Axe +1. Don't think we need that. The Foe Breaker. That's another maul. Doesn't quite do the same damage as the one we're currently using. But it does ignore bludgeoning resistance. That's kind of cool. If we come across any enemies that are resistant to attacks, that's probably quite useful. And then we'll grab some scrolls. What boots is Gale wearing? Swizy shoes. There's a pair of boots, which we don't have on Gale right now, that basically stop you from being knocked around when you're concentrating on a spell. I can't remember what they're called or where they are. Or maybe it's not boots, I'm not sure. Either way, I know somewhere we can go to get a pair of boots, because I've just cheekily looked it up. So that might be somewhere to go sooner rather than later. But let's have Gale read the Annals of Karsus.
These notes are no mere diary. These are the visions of Karsus himself. Designs for the crown he hoped to forge, and the new form of magic he planned to create with it. This was the crown you witnessed atop the Elder Brain. Not just any Netherese artifact, but the means of Karsus's godhood. Reunite the crown with the Dead Three's netherstones, and Karsus's design might yet be completed. You could wield the power of a god.
That sounds like the broken artifact to a failed god, and the crown should be destroyed before it causes any more damage.
Though Karsus could only have worn the crown for mere moments, he managed to destroy an empire, killing thousands in the process. In the hands of the Dead Three's chosen, it threatens to do much the same. You must find a way to stop them, to render the crown harmless, detonating the orb if necessary. You can save Faerun from Karsus's evil and the Absolutes in one fell swoop. Only you might not live to enjoy it.
It's probably fine. So I think that's everything we really need from down here. Let's make our way back upstairs. Maybe we speak to Roland again, if we can. Roland can sell items. We may have missed our chance to actually get them though, because we might not be able to trade with him anymore. We'll have to see if we can find him.
The Roaken is dead. The bastard is dead.
Okay, good. Trade. Okay, whatever it was he was selling, he doesn't sell it anymore. That's unfortunate. So maybe we have lost the chance to buy the item I was hoping for. Oh well. Now, what's the quickest way out of here? I mean, the quickest way is the old teleport. And if we go in now, we're going to find that there's nobody selling stuff at the main entrance. It was a robe for Astarion. We don't need it. Oh, the Roken's projection's there. Maybe we can still guess it.
Welcome, dear patron, to Sorceress Sundry.
You're dead.
I am an unperson in service of the revered wizard Loroken, proprietor of this fine establishment.
Not anymore.
Loroken's illusion is blissfully unaware of its caster's demise, but remains bound to its duties.
And there it is. The Vest of Soul Rejuvenation. The wearer can use a reaction to make an unarmed strike against any attacker that misses, and +2 armor class. Pretty good. Doesn't really have much else that we might require, I don't think. Birthright gives +2 charisma. Armor of Landfall is a sort of land druid armor set. It's strange how most of the druid armor sets are just in Act 3. Ring of Regeneration. It's kind of cool. And the Quick Spell Gloves. Cantrips that cost an action cost a bonus action instead. That's really cool. That's potentially better than the Braces of Defense. Because Gale could like throw out a fireball and then throw out a firebolt as well. It's a bit better than just pinging people with his little crossbow that probably misses. That's very tempting. I didn't realise that was available for sale. So we'll buy both of those things. maybe do some selling. Maybe we do want to sell our painting. No, we're keeping our painting. I think we'll hold on to the braces of defense. A, they're worth 76 gold only. And B, we might need them in the end. In the long run. Do we need the 1T scale mail? Probably not, because Will's a heavy armor user. And we'll soon just be using our main team. That was something else I was going to do though. Because we're switching to elixirs, we can also switch to Dolor Amaris. So whenever he lands a crit with a weapon or an armed attack, extra damage. Double dagger monk. He still needs headgear of any sort. And he could still wear the Flesh Melter cloak, couldn't he? What cloak's Karlach got? Displacement. Mo's probably got... Ah, she's got the Deathstalker mantle. Has nobody got the Cloak of Protection? Did I not buy the Cloak of Protection at any point? Either way, let's go about our next bit of business, which probably is resting. Although I have remembered as well that Minty is a cleric. Karlach, 15, 25. Nobody on the team appears to have a level 6 version of aid about their person. Let's get Minty in the team and level her up to 12. And then she can cast her level 6 version of aid to give everyone a nice chunk of bonus HP. Lovely. Hit point max increased by 25. So I guess that is the maximum then. I thought it went up to 30. But I guess not. Ah, yeah, because aid's a level 2 spell and it increases by 5 per thing. So... Oh, Karlach's still only got 15. I guess it hasn't worn off, which is why she couldn't upgrade it to 25? Oh no, that's Will who stood there, not Karlach. That would be why. I really should be able to tell the difference between a heavily armoured paladin and my girlfriend. But there we go. What are you doing, Minsc, you sausage? Let's remove Curse while we're here as well. Now with the Starion back in the squad, can't help but notice that Elminster is here.
Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Bull-Darian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. I hear you've been browsing in the most esteemed of emporiums, Sorcerous Sundries. Indulge my curiosity. What wonders did you discover there?
We found the Annals of Karsus. Proved an enlightening read.
So, you have learned the truth of the enemy we face. The very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mystra asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mystra knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mystra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
You really think Mystra will be willing to hear Gale out?
I see remaining optimistic is my duty, especially when I'm not the one being asked to do the seemingly impossible. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mystra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
Well, that sounds kind of promising. Do you want to go, Gale?
So all it took to get Mystra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it.
What do you think she wants to say?
Well, I doubt it's an apology for asking me to die on her behalf. Whatever it is. If it's important enough to send Elminster, we can be damn sure she's serious. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards.
I agree. It's time we headed for the Stormshore Tabernacle.
After you.
After bedtime, that is.
Jaheira, Boo is trying his best to explain, but I still do not understand your anger.
Do not hide behind your hamster, Ranger. You do not understand because you do not listen. We were the first to discover the cult. And if you had only waited, we might have marshaled our numbers and...
Good does not wait for evil to button up its breeches. When it offers buttocks for the smacking, Minsk and Boo greet cheek with hand.
That sounds like a fun evening. Also, look at that drip.
It is well that Boo's innocent ears still ring from all this shouting.
This mess falls on our heads, Minsk. The city under siege, its people poisoned by the cult. It all might have been avoided if you had just put your feelings aside and listened.
You're the only one Minsk listens to, remember?
You mean the doppelgangers? It is no comfort to me that my face made this fool all the easier to lead. The point remains. You meant well, Minsk. But you exposed the city to harm. You helped the cult spread. And worse, perhaps than any of this, you forced me to leave you behind.
But this is where Minsk falls short of the understanding, Jaheira. What else is a berserker for, if not to charge into danger ahead of his Waclaren?
Wiclaren? Minsk, I am not your witch. You are not my bodyguard. This is not some high lodge of your homeland.
Boo agrees you're a queer kind of witch. But this city is a queer place. And Minsk, you may have noticed, is sometimes strange himself. The titles matter not. Only this. When Minsk does as Minsk does, and charges in to make a mess, Jaheira does as Jaheira does, and finds a way to save us all anyway.
So what you're saying is you've learned absolutely nothing.
Well, at least you're getting to know him a little better. I am your friend, Ranger. I am not your witch. There will be no ointments or healing balms.
Not even for Boo?
Maybe for Boo. And here we are again. In Dreamland.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest self.
God, put your shirt on.
Without guile, without pretense. You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Berlin Stelmane, a story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal.
Why did you resort to subterfuge at all?
The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flare. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you, your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own.
Sounds like manipulation to me. You tried to control me.
I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how reasonable you would be. You don't like to be coddled, cajoled. But you responded well to logic, to rational arguments, to cold, hard facts. You saw straight to the core of what really mattered.
I saw right through you.
Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper.
Well, I think you misread those signs. I'm fine with whatever it is we've currently got going on.
I'm sorry. You're right. Now's not the time. Forget I said anything. Let's move on to more important things. The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions. And through the Crown's magic, it has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. You know now of your father's plans to use the Elder Brain to slaughter the world over. One need not read minds to foresee the horrors he will pen with your hand if you do not stand against him. We must stop it while we still can, before we too become its slaves.
Let's try and pretend that none of that happened. Gather your allies is updated again. Oh, and Stop the Presses is updated. I guess that's now completed. I guess that was either Isabel or Dame Aelin or Roland or all three who are now allies. And Stop the Presses. Yeah, our reputation remains intact. Nothing more, nothing less. Since I completed that quest, I have learned that there are ways to improve your reputation. I just didn't look in the right place. And there's also ways to keep it neutral or ways to reduce it. Reducing it is the standard option, but it only reduces or improves it with a handful of merchants and whatnot around the city, so it's all good. Now, can we go back to Gortash's top floor without fighting Gortash? That's a question. There's a pair of boots I would quite like on Gortash's top floor, but I don't know if going up there now is going to trigger combat with him or not. Let's do a bit of sneaky sneaks with Karlach. I feel like these Steel Watchers don't take kindly to us being up here. I can't help but feel just being up here is a poor idea at this point in time. But we're not in combat yet, so none of the traps are triggering. That's good. Yeah, there's no way to sneak through here. Where is it I was going? It was one of those two chests at the back, but I'm not sure which. We don't have any invisibility stuff on Karlach, but Scroll of Greater Invisibility. Does that keep us invisible if we open chests and things? Only one way to find out, really, and that's to use the dang thing. Hopefully no one in here's got C invisibility. Okay, successfully lockpicked. Helldusk boots. Consider Gortash's bargain has just triggered. Gortash became hostile, so the deal is off. Shit. Back to camp with old Karlach. Back to camp with the rest of the crew. Good. So at the very least, we did get what I was looking for, which is the Helldusk boots. Cannot be forcibly moved by foes' spells or actions, and you ignore the effects of difficult terrain. So the fact that you can't be moved by forcibly by foes' spells or actions is the main thing, I think. We're going to give those to Gale, because we want him to be able to concentrate on spells with a high chance of success, with certain fights at the very least. We probably also want to improve his chances of culling the weak. And now, given as we've turned Gortash hostile, I think we want to be dealing with him as soon as possible, which means Cazador first, then the Iron Throne and the Steel Watchers. Up we go. I feel like Steel Watchers in the city are likely to be hostile now. And it's also time for Astarion to have his elixirs. There we go, 27 strength. Astarion should be dealing good damage now.
I can sneak in.
Security shouldn't be too tight. A few charmed innocents, maybe.
In we go. We can deal with a few charmed innocents.
Master Astarion. But the time is almost here. You should be at the ritual. Hurry. The palace is being sealed. You must not be late. You must not anger the master.
Wouldn't dream of it. We will hurry up.
Be quick.
Rest of the crew catching up. We're getting there. Yeah, here comes Mo. Good. I just realised that I conjured Quasit
That's suspiciously welcoming.
has survived through a long rest and has come along. I was like, why have we got Shovel out? But no, it's just Quasit. And here we are, Tsar Palace. With an horrible door, which is arcanely locked. We know what we need to do. So let's shuffle downstairs.
This is new. That door wasn't covered with weird magical energy before.
Astarion, I'm going to make you do the work. Just because
I feel so drained.
this is all your fault. Kind of. I mean, it's not your fault. But I'm making you do the work anyway.
I
Can you throw that body?
Our guests here
Seems not.
until Cazador appeared and took them away. But I never saw anything like this. Whatever happened to that girl, it wasn't good.
So there we go. We've got the dictionary that we need. We can bounce over there. And we're out. We took a bit of damage, but we're out. Does Astarion have any potions about his person? No. No, is this the hidden wall?
Behold!
Yep.
One of Cazador's cheapest perfect.
Goody, you little shit. Have some of that. Goody was not expecting that.
So much to do. So much to prepare.
And we've got a key,
There's
and we got the family ring.
on the ring. I don't recognise the language though.
So that's basically all we need to do. Downstairs here. Let's go up and crack open the door and see what's going on. Nice little rumble for us to end this episode on.
Tonight he ascends. Tonight we shall see his true form.
Not quite sure why this door's locked already when he needs Astarion to come in.
The door is covered in intricate text, but you can't see anywhere a key might fit. Only a small round hollow engraved with a family crest.
Push the ring in.
The ring slots perfectly into place, but nothing happens. However, you get a feeling from the door, as if it expects something else. A strange writing on the door glints in the candlelight. Perhaps it's significant.
Oh, we got the dictionary, didn't we? I suppose we should read it.
I know it's Kozakuran. It's the same dusty old language on the Tsar's signet ring.
The door to Cazador's ballroom, where he hosted his most hedonistic nights. You've never seen it closed, let alone locked before. The door is covered in intricate text. You can't see anywhere a key might fit. Only a small round hollow engraved with the Tsar family crest. Looking closer, you recognize the writing. It's the same Kozakuran script from the dictionary you found.
Okay, ring plus inscription.
The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door swings open.
Still in control. Just.
And it's a bit bloody in here.
You can't be here. No one in, no one out.
You're new. Cazador never kept guard dogs before.
The runaway spawn. You reek of the Master's scent. Come with us. Come to Master.
Excuse me? I will not be ordered around my own house by some blow-in mutt.
We bring you to him. We get his favor.
Lovely. It's scrapping time. Now, where to begin? We've got bats over there. We've got rats. Karlach's helm makes her excellent at dealing with all of them, pretty much. So I guess she just wants to get close to one side of the fight. Do we want to use Luck of the Fire Realms, or do we want to just keep saving that until we get to Cazador himself? Because he's not far away. It'll be kind of annoying having to not react multiple times. But I think it's worth it. Mo, do you want to smack up this guy? He didn't like that. Savage Howl, that doesn't sound good. Quasit. I suppose given as you're on the team, we may as well send you in. And then Gale. Bam, nice. So I guess Savage Howl might have given everyone a bit of extra HP. Yeah, that's annoying. Oh, now that bugger out there wants to fight as well. Yeah, get wrecked, someone. So what do you want? Wilhelm? Try not to scream. As you get wrecked. Now giant rats can have a piece. That guy can get finished off. And then maybe we haven't got enough movement to reach another giant rat. Okay. That's fine. Why did that bugger dash instead of going for Karlach? What a freak. Seems almost a waste to deal with that rat, so let's just go over here instead and stab this bugger. And then Mo can move in on that one. Oh no, it's a bat. Bonk. Immune to bludgeoning damage? What do you mean? We then hit you again immediately and you weren't immune to bludgeoning damage at all, so what's up with that? And now it says it's immune to bludgeoning. What's going on? It's a mystery. Quasit, do you want to do some work? Good job. Okay, you're kind of surrounded. But not quite surrounded. Good damage. There goes Quasit. They killed someone, which is more than I expected them to do. Bam! That was a hit. And then bam this one. Nice. And a bit of a roundhouse kick as well. Sweet. Good job. So you can be stabbed. And you can be boomed as well. Wonderful.
I won't give in.
Mo bashes that one, and we're down to a bat and a rat. Gale, can you manage a rat? Sweet. So that's everything in here dead. Now it's just a case of remembering where we need to go to get down into the bowels of Cazador's place. Is it over this side? It looks like a door. Ah, it's there, it is. Office hall. I always forget.
You stand on a clean metal platform. A beautiful but antiquated elevator. There are some scuffs to show its age, signs of things dragged onto it over the years. But it seems to be in good working order.
What in the hells? I never knew this was here. This was always Cazador's private quarters. Only he ever came in here. Well, him and the unfortunate souls we brought to feed him.
It's quite a few people then. Down we go. So here we are in Cazador's dungeon, which we're going to explore next time as we bash a vampire lord and get rid once and for all. Until then though, thanks for watching friends. I'll see you soon.